Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is David and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my monthly anime video. Every month I usually make one video where I talk about anime and all the selections I have for some particular theme or whatever. Last month we talked about mecha, so all the different mecha that I have at the time. Talking about giant robots like Evangelion, Zo the Enders, Lagrange the Flower Renee. I mentioned a few other ones in the video. I actually bought so much more mecha. Like there's a lot of anime out there that has to do with giant robots and driving giant mechs and giant space vehicles and stuff like that. There's a lot of them out there. So I just bought a few more. We're going to do like a mecha part 2 sometime in the future. But today we're not going to talk about mecha. We're talking about the supernatural. Anime that has to do with ghosts, angels and demons, spirits, you know, fairies, magical creatures, stuff like that, right? So these are the selections that I picked out from my collection, and we're going to talk a little briefly about each one of them. I actually already made this video once already, way back in the beginning of like February or something, and I was going to upload it sometime mid-June, but I kept watching it back. I was like, I'm very unsatisfied. I need to buy more because I only talk about 2 or 3 in this video, but now I actually have a whole stack of supernatural related anime, alright? So the month of July, because June I didn't upload one. The month of July is going to be 2 anime videos for the first time. So this month, at the beginning of the month, we're going to talk about the supernatural, and later in the month, we're going to talk about space. Anime that has to do with aliens and other planets and space travel and stuff like that, right? Other dimensions, whatever. So let's go ahead and get started on this month's anime haul. The first one I have here is Dantes Inferno. This is a movie based on the original Divine Comedy, right? So there's a DVD, not much related to it, and not a lot of special features either. But pretty much it's a story about Dante. He goes through all these circles of hell. He actually goes to hell, and then he like fights demons and stuff like that. I mean, when I read the original book, it wasn't that how I pictured it. I mean, I always thought of him just walking right through, like taking a tour of hell itself. You know, the fiery underworlds. There it is. This is what it was based off of. They've always teased that they're going to do video games, because if you don't know, there was a video game for it. Here it is. Where he goes to purgatory and heaven, but paradise. But I don't think they're going to do it. They've already talked about it, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. So, a video game of you going to heaven, like, how's that going to work? You know, like this. Like this is actually pretty interesting. You know, it's very God of War-ish. But I can't imagine the same thing happening in the other dimensions, whatever you want to call them, okay? So yeah, this is the original book right here. It has all the cantos and all the pictures and stuff like that in it. Pretty interesting stuff. And this is the anime that they made based on that. Next one we have here is also based on the video game. We have, I believe it's pronounced Disgaea. Alright, so Disgaea, I bought this when I was in Las Vegas. There was this nice store that doesn't exist in where I live, and we went inside. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a huge section of anime. So I just went through and I picked out like a bunch of them that I want. That, you know, I was always looking through eBay and comparing prices and stuff like that. I was like, okay, the ones with the best prices there, I went ahead and bought, and this was one of them. I have played the second and third game. The second one for PSP, and the third game for the PlayStation Vita. Now, if you buy one game for one system, the exact same game would be on another system, but it would have a different name, you know? Like, it'll be called, like, I'm just gonna make up a name here. It'll be like Dark of the Moon on this one. It'll be like Dark of the Sun on the consoles, you know? But it's the exact same game, so whatever. I haven't watched this yet. Oh, I also play the printing games in the show, in the series, in the franchise. There are these penguin-looking things that blow up and stuff like that. They actually have their own game. So I played the ones for the PSP. I played those. You know, I never finished it, but actually I gave it a chance. Basically, what this show's about, just like the video game, is about a school of kids that are growing up to be demons, okay? They're trying to learn to be evil and stuff like that. And this is pretty much what the show's about, I'm sure. Like, it has robots and magical creatures, and there's like, you know, humans and sorceress and dragons and stuff like that. But, yeah, I haven't watched the show yet, but it looks like it has all the main characters from the video game. pretty interesting stuff. So I'll give it a watch. I'll give you a review if it's actually worth reviewing. All right. The next one we have here, and this, I really like this show, by the way. Trinity Blood. Basically, it's about vampires. It's priests. The Abel Nightroad, I believe is his name, the main character. He's a vampire hunter sort of guy. Like he would like magically turn into this vampire like creature or whatever, and then he'll like kill vampires. So he's a priest. He's like a Catholic priest. Like there's the Vatican and there's like nuns and stuff like that in the show, and he'll go around and like hunt vampires and stuff like that. So there's the outside, and there's the back. On the inside has the exact same artwork, but here's the cool thing. Alternate cover art. So there it is. Same thing. Like you can have the outside be one picture and the inside be a different picture. Pretty cool. So there's 4 discs and 24 episodes, plus some trailers and special features. Alright, so there's the disc. I like this show. I mean, I'll be honest with you, at the beginning I didn't really like it, but once you actually watch the entire series, it's actually not that bad, you know? So yeah. Priest kicking butt. Next one I have here also has to do with like religious figures being badass, you know. Chrono Crusade. So this is a show about a nun with a gun, and she's friends with a little demon right there. So there's 24 episodes in this series also. This is like a bootleg version of it actually. But there's the back in case you're curious. There's the front. So there's the nun. I believe her name is Rosetta or something like that. There's some other nuns and stuff like that. And I actually have seen the first 2 episodes of this show, and I was like, what the heck am I watching, you know? So I will get to it eventually, but there it is, Chrono Crusade. Alright? The next one we have here, this is the last one we're going to talk about in this video. This is Lacorte Adoro. And this is a 2-volume set. 4 DVDs in all, 26 episodes, and here's the back of it. This is kind of a harem type show. Like it's like one girl and like a bunch of guys, like a reverse harem show. So basically, what the show's about is there's this girl. She meets a fairy, and that's the supernatural part of the show. There was a fairy in the show that gives her a magic violin, and then she has to use that violin to be in this like music contest. Like everyone has their own. There's a guy with a violin. There's a guy with a cello. There's one with the trumpet. One with piano. And they all are in this music competition. And she has to try to win the competition with her magic violin, but the magic violin only works when she's like putting her heart and soul into it, you know? The music only comes out when she's like really into it. And then later in the show, she starts losing, you know, heart, and she's all about competition. She just wants to win and stuff like that. And she doesn't care about, you know, she's putting her heart and her feelings into the music anymore. So she starts losing the ability to play the violin and stuff like that. And the violin actually breaks midway through the show and stuff like that. But she starts making the friends with her competition and all her competition, except for like there was another girl in it, but like mainly all these guys, and he's trying to get her affection and stuff like that. Pretty interesting show. So let me show you the insides. This is, which volume is this? Is the first volume right here, collection 1. There it is. And this is this is the bag where I bought the DVDs from. I also got this in Las Vegas. This is another one I bought in Las Vegas. All right. One thing I do have to warn you, in case you are going to pick up this show, there's no English, okay? It is subtitled, but it's completely in Japanese voices and stuff like that. So that is one thing you need to know, okay? I don't know if there's a version out there where there is English dubbed, but right now all I could find was this, and they have only Japanese, but it is a very good story. So those are the titles I have for this month. Thank you for watching. And next month, this is going to be funny. Next month, I already planned out the next couple months, okay? The next month we're going to do, the next anime video is actually going to be later this month. It's going to be about space and aliens and other planets and other dimensions and stuff like that. And then following that, you're going to love this one. It's going to be all about pretty girls hot babes, smoking chicks, you know? I have a whole bunch of anime that has stories where all these girls are fighting each other, big-breasted women, and they're fighting each other, tearing each other's clothes off, so they're fighting in brawls. So that's gonna be like 2 anime videos from now. But let's talk about space and, you know, space-related anime the next time. So thank you for watching, people. Rate, favorite, subscribe. I'll see you again in the next anime video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.